Nair, the Midnight Rider.
Okay, so today we're diving into something kind of fun. We're looking at creative writing.
Okay.
But get this, it's from a 13-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 15-year-old author named Isabel Olivo. And she sent us this piece.
Okay.
And you tagged it as fantasy, right?
Yeah, definitely fantasy. It's got all those elements, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna unpack it a bit, look at the world building, the characters, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how younger writers, how they approach fantasy.
Right.
Because their imaginations are just so, I don't know, they're just so free.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They're not like bogged down by all the rules yet.
Exactly. They just go for it.
Exactly, and that's what I love about this excerpt. It throws you right into the action.
Yeah.
With this character Liza.
Okay.
And she's battling like some serious stuff right from the start.
So what's really interesting about Liza's character is it's not just that she's afraid, right? There's this like loss of control. She's got these voices in her head and they're not just whispering anymore. They're like full-on commands.
Yeah, it's like she's being pulled in a million directions.
Exactly. It's like she's at the mercy of these voices, these forces, whatever they are.
Yeah, and the way Isabel describes it, it's so vivid. Like the sun bleeding out as Liza walks into the woods.
Oh, yeah, that's powerful.
Like even the world around her is reflecting this inner turmoil.
That's a classic fantasy element though, right? Using the setting to mirror the character's emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
But even though it's a common thing, Isabel, she does it in a way that feels fresh, you know?
Right. It's familiar, but also like new.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's talk about these dark demons, for lack of a better term.
Okay, yeah.
Are they like actual demons?
Yeah.
Or are they more like, manifestations of Liza's own struggles?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And I think Isabel leaves it open to interpretation. On the one hand, you could definitely read them as, like you said, her own fears, her anxieties, all that stuff. But then there are these details, like the demons laughing,
Right.
And the way they fill her mind with these dark visions, it makes them feel more like separate entities, doesn't it?
Yeah, like they're toying with her.
Exactly. Like they're feeding off her fear.
Which makes the appearance of that stranger even more interesting.
Oh, yeah. Talk about an entrance.
Right. Just when things are looking super bleak for Liza, this guy just appears.
And he's such a contrast to everything else we've seen so far, right? He's all calm and collected.
Yeah, he's like the eye of the storm.
And she doesn't come right out and say he's powerful, but those little details, the sharp eyes, the ancient staff, she's dropping these hints.
Totally, like we're not supposed to trust him. Or maybe we are, who knows?
Right.
And then there's that whole bit with the altar.
Oh yeah, the ancient stone altar.
Like, hello, symbolism.
Again, the classic fantasy trope, but the way Isabel describes it.
I know, right?
It's like covered in vines, forgotten by time. You can practically smell the musty magic,
Totally. It's like you just know something went down there, like way back when.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, what role is that altar going to play in the story?
Okay, but here's where it gets really good.
Okay.
So Liza, she gets close to the altar, and the entity inside her, it senses the stranger.
Interesting.
And she tries to warn him, but she can't speak.
Oh, man, that's creepy.
It's like something is preventing her.
That's a great way to build suspense,
I know. And it leaves us with so many questions. Like, what will happen when the stranger gets to the altar?
Exactly. Will he help Liza, or will he make things worse?
And what's the deal with these dark entities? Like, what do they want?
So many possibilities. That's the mark of a good writer, I think.
It really is. It's like she's just given us a taste, a little appetizer, and now we're starving for the main course.
Totally. And sometimes that's all you need, A little taste to get you hooked.
Absolutely. It reminds us that even in the darkest, most terrifying moments, there's always a sliver of hope. Maybe it comes from a mysterious stranger, or maybe it comes from within. Who knows?
I love that.
Something to think about.
Look for Nair, the Midnight Rider, in YouTube. Nair, the guardian of the innocents.
Nair, la guardián de los inocentes.